5 tips to stay motivated to eat a healthy diet. Let's get into it. What is going on, everyone? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It is Tyler, the bodybuilding foodie here, back at it again. And today is going to be a very different video because I'm going to be showing you guys the 5 things that I do to stay motivated on eating a healthy diet. Now, all of these tips are going to be actionable things that you can literally do after watching this video. No nonsense about, oh, have good internal discipline and motivation. No, these are all things that you're going to be able to do, and I'm super excited to get this video out, so let's get right into it. So the first and most important tip of all, eat food that you actually enjoy. Regardless of what diet plan you're on or how motivated you think you are, at the end of the day, you need to eat food that you actually enjoy or you will burn out. Now, if you're wondering, oh, Tyler, I only like pizza and unhealthy foods, well, that is simply not true. You see, healthy food does not have to be bland, dry, and lifeless. Play with various cooking methods such as steaming versus sauteing vegetables, adding spices, seasonings, hot sauce, even barbecue sauce, ketchup. Yeah, it might not be the healthiest thing, but it'll elevate that grilled chicken breast into something that's actually palatable. Also, stir fry is a great option to eat healthy because you're basically mixing a bunch of vegetables with hopefully a lean source of protein and adding sauce. This is a great way to sneak in things that you might not otherwise think that you like, but putting it in a stir fry, you won't even taste it. Which brings me to my next point, and that is eat voluminous food. Voluminous, as in voluminous, takes up a lot of space. Examples of voluminous food include vegetables, fruit, sweet potato, regular potato, and lean sources of protein. See, the thing about voluminous food is that it gives you a perception of satiety, which is feeling full. By eating food that literally takes up more space in your stomach, you are triggering cues in your brain that you are full. And this is crucial to eating healthy in the long term. Especially if you're dieting down and you're eating at a caloric deficit, the ability to feel full after eating a meal is one of the most important things that you guys should be focusing on. Now, tip number 3 is very apparent on this YouTube channel, and that is give yourself a relief/reward. If you're currently in a perpetual state of restriction, that is restricting food you enjoy, restricting your calories, restricting hanging out with friends, that is not sustainable in the long term. With that said, I wholeheartedly believe eating healthy as often as you can, and health and fitness as a lifestyle. However, because we don't operate in a vacuum and there's always stuff going on, external factors in your environment that are influencing what you want to eat, YouTube videos showing some Asian dude eat a bunch of delicious looking food, you're gonna need to give yourself a relief day. And yes, by relief day/reward day, I do mean cheat days, cheat meals, refeed days. Now, I'm not saying you should eat a bunch of junk food every single day because you want to. Rather, I'm saying if you structure certain cheat days or cheat meals, say once per week, this is a huge break on your mind mentally. I see it as almost like a light at the end of the tunnel. So 6 days out of the week, Sunday through Friday, I'm eating clean, I'm following my diet to a T, I'm hitting my macros to a T, with the knowledge and the acceptance that I'm going to be able to eat whatever I want come Saturday. Now, again, the degree to which you reward yourself varies upon your specific goals. Now, I take it that most of you guys who are watching are not competing on a bodybuilding stage or doing photo shoots in the next week. And because of this, taking a more relaxed style approach to your diet is not only a lot more sustainable, but a lot more fun in the long term. Because ultimately, health and fitness shouldn't be in control of your life. Rather, it should enhance your life. So the 4th tip I'm going to give you is put yourself in favorable situations. Eating healthy is a lot easier when you're not tempted by the cookie jar laying on your counter. So by putting yourself in favorable situations, I mean eliminating unhealthy foods in your house, keeping your mind off food and staying busy with, say, hobbies, homework, whatever it may be. And even meal prepping, which allows you the convenience of simply taking out a plate of healthy food and just throwing it in the microwave. Now, I admit, due to your social life, this might be a very hard tip to follow. However, I'm not telling you to do all of these things. Simply implement the tips that fit with your certain lifestyle, and I'm sure this will help you a lot. And finally, the last tip is a little bit controversial, but try intermittent fasting. In particular, I'm talking about the daily reoccurring intermittent fasting, not the 5-2 diet. And in case you're wondering what intermittent fasting is basically a way to schedule the period in which you eat and the period in which you don't eat or fast. A popular method is the 16-8 fast, which is a 16-hour fast followed by an 8-hour feeding window. See, what intermittent fasting does is it restricts the time you get to actually eat food. Thus, naturally, you end up eating less food just because, well, you have less time to eat food. An example of a 16-8 fast that you can do is skipping breakfast and eating your first meal at 12, and while eating the last bite of food at 8 p.m. I like to add that there are some scientific benefits to fasting in general, including like autophagy and accelerated weight loss, but that's still a little bit debatable. My main thing about intermittent fasting is that since the time I give myself to eat meals is smaller, I get to enjoy bigger, satiating meals while still following my diet. Because you have to think about it. Say you allow yourself 2,000 calories per day. By intermittent fasting, you essentially skip breakfast and eat your first meal at noon. If you're gonna have 2 meals in that day, that first meal can be up to 1,000 calories, and then the second meal can be another 1,000 calories. In comparison to eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and having less than 700 calories allotted in each meal. But yeah, guys, those are my 5 tips. Everything I said was pretty much doable, and I'm not telling you that you must follow these 5 tips in order to actually eat a healthy diet long term, but rather, these are the things that work the best for me, and I personally believe will help you. And feel free to try out only a couple of these things. I will say tip number 1 is by far the most important thing. You need to eat food that you actually like, but everything else is pretty much just recommendations that you can kind of experiment with and try out. Because ultimately, eating healthy is a lifelong commitment. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys got a ton of value from this. If you did, please leave a like on this video. And if you have any other tips to give, leave a comment down below. With that said, this is Tyler the Bodybuilding Foodie here. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.